The Story of the Man Who Knew Infinity. That's not exactly the title. It's The Man Who Knew Infinity, a mathematician genius from India pre-World War I. And he used to use a floor as his blackboard. Ramanujan was a mathematician who was born in the slums of India, but he had a supremely genius mind. So he was one of the people that he worked under thought he should be in England and London, one of the colleges there that handled mathematics at that time. And because they believed that this genius could figure out the mathematical equations to many, many problems. And if you know anything about math, if you can explain it by math, this is the inroad to proving something in science. Everything can be explained by mathematics, like your human body is made up of code, genetic code, and it falls into a math formula as well. Ramanujan, in a recent find of Ramanujan was a book that he had written down mathematical equations of, and these equations explained the character, and he didn't know about it. They didn't know about black holes back then, but these equations that he had written out explained the nature and the character of the black holes, which were an unknown back then, until Einstein thought about it maybe 10 years later, or probably 5 years later. This is a true docudrama and very character-driven movie. There's a lot of talking in here. Ramanujan ended up in Trinity College. This is a true story. And the mathematicians, they either liked him a lot or they hated him a lot because he insulted them, because there's so much prejudice, and back then people from India were considered little less than human and treated as such. And this guy was an absolute genius when it came to mathematics. He claimed that he got his mathematical formulas from the voice of God, but the professors at Trinity College, especially his mentor, Professor Hardy, wanted Ramanujan to come up with proofs to prove these mathematical equations, how he came to them, because he never had proofs. He always had the equation, but never the proof leading up to the equation. And anyway, this genius of a man could have went on further, but World War I hit, and they had hospital tents on campus at that time. And Ramanujan, from going inside these tents to check out what was going on, contracted tuberculosis, and it eventually ended his life. After he went home to India to die, he actually made a fairly good recovery and did a relapse, and then that killed him. This is an excellent, excellent docudrama. If you're into science and mathematics, you will love this film to no end. This is so well done. And the characters here, these are real living characters, and this is a real genius. It's a good, it's a good study of what is a genius and where did they come from. Surprisingly, this particular person came from a slum. So, The Man Who Knew Infinity, highly recommend it. Plus, I recommend buying it as a DVD and keeping it in your case for listed under docudramas or even science.